The Stone of Ume. They say he was only 10 when he first fled into the wild, alone and with nothing but his father's bow. His name was Chibueze, son of the great chief Obi of Ume. But not even the chief's blood could protect him from those who wanted him dead. To everyone in Ume, Chibueze was either a ghost or a legend, a boy born of misfortune, living in exile, left to fend for himself in the forest, where they say he spoke to spirits and found power in a stone. But that's the version the villagers share. The real story, whispered among the elders, is much stranger. So sit back and listen to the tale of the orphan boy who gained riches, power, and vengeance over all who wronged him. This is the story of the Stone of Ume. Like, comment, and subscribe. When his father, Chief Obi, died, Chibueze was still a boy, but by inheritance, he was head of his father's house. His mother had died giving birth to him, leaving only his father to raise him. The old chief was a skilled hunter, and he'd taught Chibueze to use a bow since he was barely old enough to hold one. The young boy was a quick learner, hitting targets with an almost supernatural precision. Some said he could even take down a bird mid-flight. But when Chief Obi passed, things changed. The slaves in his father's household despised the idea of being ruled by a child and quickly plotted to kill him. Somehow, Chibueze heard of their plans and fled into the wilderness with nothing but his bow and a few arrows. He didn't know where to go, only that he had to survive. Imagine being only 10 years old, alone in the forest, with nothing but your father's old bow to keep you alive. For days, Chibueze survived on palm nuts and whatever small game he could shoot, but loneliness gnawed at him, and the whispers of the forest at night made his skin prickle with fear. Then one night, while sleeping in the hollow of an ancient tree, Chibueze dreamt of his father. Chief Obi's spirit appeared, his face as serious as ever, and spoke. "Go, my son, to the place where the earth holds a hidden treasure. There you will find the power to reclaim what is rightfully yours." But Chibueze, still young and frightened, didn't act on his father's instructions. The next day, as he wandered in search of water, he found a lake. Thirsty, he knelt to drink, but just as his hands touched the water, a sinister hiss pierced the silence. Then came a voice, soft but clear. "Do not drink from this lake, boy. Death waits beneath its surface." Startled, Chibueze fled from the lake, his throat dry with both fear and thirst. He hadn't seen who warned him and wondered if it had been a spirit or perhaps something far more dangerous. The next morning, while Chibueze was tracking small game, he encountered an old woman with long, tangled hair. Her face was creased with age, and her eyes held an unsettling intensity. Chibueze felt his blood run cold. She looked like a witch from the stories his father had told him. He turned to run, but she called out, "Do not fear, child. I come as a friend." Chibueze stopped, wary, but listened. The old woman claimed she was the one who had warned him at the lake. There, she explained, an evil spirit lurked that would have claimed his life. She beckoned him to follow, leading him to a stream. Reaching into the clear water, she pulled out a small, shining stone and placed it in his hand. "Take this," she said, "and follow your father's advice. This stone will give you everything you desire, but one day you must return it to the stream." With the stone clutched tightly, Chibueze followed her instructions. He returned to the place from his father's dream, dug into the earth, and uncovered a buried fortune. Over time, Chibueze used the stone's power to gather wealth and buy slaves who would serve him. With 2 strong men by his side, he built himself a hidden house deep in the forest. In one of the rooms, he placed the magic stone, and whenever he needed anything, he would ask, and it would be given. Years passed. Chibueze grew to be a man, wealthy and powerful, feared by many and respected by others. He amassed enough wealth to rival even the wealthiest chief in Ume. Yet the old woman came to him once more in a dream, urging him to return the stone to its stream. But Chibueze, ambitious and prideful, refused. And this, many say, was his fatal mistake. Determined to claim his father's legacy, Chibueze marched back to his father's village, bringing all his slaves, wealth, and juju men to reclaim his place as chief. In a grand palaver, he ordered the juju men to reveal any slave with a bad heart who might threaten him. 50 were accused, labeled as witches, and sentenced to death. They were forced to consume the deadly essere bean, a poison so powerful that only the innocent could survive its effects by vomiting it out. One by one, each of the accused fell, writhing in agony. What do you think? Did he go too far, or was this justice for their betrayal? With the witches buried, Chibueze expected peace, but their spirits lingered, haunting him with whispers and shadows in the night. His health declined, and he suffered from night terrors, convinced that the dead witches were sucking the life from him. In desperation, Chibueze summoned even more juju men to dig up the bodies of the dead slaves. When they exhumed them, the bodies were eerily fresh, as if they had only just died. Horrified, Chibueze ordered the bodies burned, one after another, as the juju men chanted spells to banish the restless spirits. Finally, Chibueze's health returned, but his peace did not last long. The villagers began to murmur that his wealth had brought misfortune and that the stone he guarded was cursed. His ambition had led him astray, they said, and he should have heeded the old woman's warning. To this day, those who have inherited Chibueze's lands in Ume swear that the spirits of the 50 dead witches still haunt the forest, a reminder that some powers, no matter how tempting, must be handled with care, or not at all. So what do you think? Did Chibueze get what he deserved, or was he merely the victim of his circumstances? Thank you for watching. Press the notification bell for more videos, like, comment, and subscribe.